Hey and welcome to Yoga for BJJ. I'm Sebastian and you have probably just taken a leap of faith and signed up for this website. So we're gonna start things very nice and gently and slowly. We're gonna do 10 minutes of yoga for 10 days consecutively, and we're gonna start with what I think is the most important part of our body in jiu-jitsu, which is the hips. If you can move your hips and if you can get more nimble in your hips, your game is gonna change. So let's sit down on the floor, on a yoga mat, on your carpet in your living room. Sit down on your butt, place your hands behind you, and tilt your knees from side to side. These exercises are called windshield wipers, and it's usually the first thing I do whenever I sit down on a jiu-jitsu mat. I like the windshield wiper because it both really gets deep into my hip joint, and my lower back always makes a really nice cracking sound when after a few repetitions. One thing that you're probably doing wrong here is that you're going at this speed, because this is like the normal jiu-jitsu warm-up speed. I like you to slow down maybe 40%. So instead of going left, right, let's go with your breath, kind of like inhale and exhale. So you don't move faster than you're breathing. So I'm not talking about slowing down 600%, just enough for you to actually go a little bit deeper than you would if you were going fast. Because when you're going fast, your body will resist, because fast is usually dangerous. That's what the body thinks, at least. So when your mind really tells your body to slow down, your body is like, okay, well then I can relax more, because stretching is much more about relaxation than you think. Let's stop with the knees over to the left and then puff up your chest. So lift your chest and squeeze your butt. So when you squeeze your butt, you get a nice stretch on the front of the hips here. And then try lifting your hips up off the floor. And let's not stay here for long, let's switch sides. So go all the way as far as you can. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and lift your hips. And that's it, just go from side to side, and you can stop wherever you want. Some of you that are practicing with me right now have knee problems. Some of you have herniated lower backs. Some of you are just super stiff like rocks. So whenever you see me do something, don't compare, because I've been doing yoga for 6 years now, which is not a lot compared to other people, but I know my body quite well, and you might think you do, but don't do the mistake of comparing whatever you see with your own body, because in my experience that just makes you, it's not really inspiring to see someone do something crazy and you can't even attempt it. That's more demotivating. So try not to compare, just do what you can and be mature about it. All right, stretch your legs in front of you. No, don't stretch, bend the knees. Lift your hips, and let's go reverse table. So this is a nice stretch for the front of the hips if you squeeze your butt. Take a breath here, and then sit down and circle your feet. Okay? So again, feet down, lift your hips, engage, and then sit down, circle your feet. And this is I like to work with contrasts. Go one more time. Now we squeeze and engage and stiffen up your hips. And then when you sit down, you really try to let them loose. So you're rolling from butt cheek to butt cheek. So we're trying to engage and lift, and then sit down and relax them. So we're learning the two extremes. Super stiff and super loose. All right? Okay, let's sit in a squat. I obviously have a super deep squat because that's how my ankles are designed. I have no knee problems and my hips are loose. So if you're here, that also counts as a squat. So like a 90-degree bend in the knees and supporting with your elbows, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so go as deep as you can without feeling any sudden pain in your knees. Let's take half a minute here. All cultures in the world use the squat as a working position, going to the toilet position. It's only us that invented chairs. We invented chairs and they're good use. Like if you want to sit in front of a computer for 8 hours, the chair is actually a good choice in order to do your job well. But for your hips, the chair is a bad idea any more than a couple of hours a day. So anytime you have a chance on the bus or anywhere you are, sitting down in a squat is a great idea. Okay, knees down, flatten out your feet and try to sit on your heels. And it's okay if you sit like me, like this, with most of the weight into your knees. If your knees are fine, then sit straight up and down. And if you want to get a really nice stretch for the front of your hips and your thighs, lean back and squeeze your butt again. But don't pop your chest up. Try to engage the front and engage your butt. Now I get a really nice stretch for the quads, and the quads are all connected to the front of the hips. So if you stretch your quads, you're probably also stretching your psoas muscle that connects your lower back to your legs. Take a few breaths here. Nice. Let's stand up. Wide legs, not too wide, but maybe, I know, 4 feet between the feet, 3-4 feet. Hands to the ground and bend one knee and bend the other knee. Now you can go fast, but only go fast in the beginning, then you try to slow down and find a nice rhythm. I like inhaling straight and exhaling bend, but you can do like you want. Just go gently from side to side, and the more resistance you have in the legs, the more you lean into your hands. So you're kind of doing a halfway handstand here if you feel like you shouldn't put more pressure into your ankles, your knees, or your hips. Go from side to side 2 times more. All right, and now walk your hands towards your left foot and place your back knee down into the ground. So this is kind of a split, but you're not really splitting your feet away from each other. You're just doing a split from the knees, okay? So your hips are trying to get down between your knees. If you need to prop yourself up on the fingertips or even have your forearms on the knee, that's okay. But again, like we did when we were doing the bicycle thing with the feet, try to relax your hips and drop down, because you probably have a lot of tension that you don't think about. So try to take an inhale and then relax when you exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Last one. Nice. Now walk your hands back and try to get your left leg as straight as possible. And then bend it again. Try to inhale when you bend the knee. Exhale, straighten as much as you can. Do a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try to relax when you exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now walk your hands all the way to the other foot. Same sequence here. Just take a few moments splitting your knees away from each other. So let the weight of your butt drop down into your hips. So you get a double stretch here. You get a stretch for the left front and the right back of your hips. And there is a trick in yoga. If you relax your face and you relax your neck, you kind of relax your whole spine. So take a couple of deep breaths and just enjoy being here. Even if it hurts, just enjoy being here. Most of the pain you feel in a class like this is good pain. Now walk your hands back and stretch your right leg as much as you can. And then bend the knee, inhale. And exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. And exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. One more. Nice. Okay, last exercise, sit down on your butt. Like we did when we did the windshield wipers, we have a S shape on our legs. Get your chest close to your knee. So do like a push-up, trying to get your chest down to your knee. And then straighten your arms, and then go to the center of the calf. And then up again. And go towards your foot. And then start over. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, knee. Inhale up. Exhale, calf. Inhale up. Exhale, foot. And one more full round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Switching sides. Inhale. Exhale, knee. Inhale. Exhale, calf. Inhale. Exhale, foot. Inhale. 6 to go. Knee. Inhale. Calf. Just breathe on your own. Foot. One more round. Nice. Cross your legs, sit down. Try to sit with a straight spine. Thank you very much for completing the very first class on Yoga for BJJ. Tomorrow we're gonna do another part of the body, and I hope you feel slightly better now. This was just 10 minutes, but 10 minutes can be magic if you do it consistently. So this was just the first tiny taste of what's to come. Hopefully you feel good, and hopefully it was a little bit challenging, because if it's not challenging, it's not fun. Like as soon as you feel like, oh, this is a big problem, don't think about it as a problem. Think about it that this is a great challenge, and please write down any thoughts you have after the very first yoga class, because that is gold further down the road. I really wish I did that on my first yoga class. See you tomorrow. Us.